Hello, this is Dr. Moore coming to you today. You know what? I can see myself. So sometimes I look at myself, sometimes I look at the camera. Don't worry, just get the message, okay? Just get the words, okay? I'm coming at you from my sacred space, my sanctuary, which I'm honestly a little surprised that I'm sharing this with you because this is such a special place that this is where I do all of my manifesting. This is where I talk to the ancestors and where I bring forward into manifestation what I want and where I let go or die to the past things that I want to release and let go. And today, the reason why I want to talk to you and the reason why I'm talking to you from this space is because I want to share some very important information with you. I have written a couple of books. Um, my favorite book that I am in the process of writing is one about your personal value and knowing who you are. And if you can see above me, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And that doesn't mean what a lot of people says or think that it means. It probably should say, "Be still and know who you are." And that's something that I say a lot. Know who you are. That's so important. That was the thing that changed my life completely when I realized who I am. And when you know who you are, you feel no need to want or to play the victim. Now, this video is about how to attract wealth. And when I say how to attract wealth, yes, I do mean money, but I also mean all other forms of wealth because money is only one form of wealth. And if you're only looking at money for wealth, you'll miss the other things that represent wealth in your life. And what's interesting is that I don't know what we would call this universal law, but I'm saying that there is something that is very much a turnoff about desperation. And I don't care whether it's a person, money, a job. I don't care what it is that you want. If you're desperate and thirsty and a hound about anything that you chase runs. So there you go. Maybe that's it. And the same thing with money. So what's interesting about money that I've noticed is that when I let go of the desire, give it up to the universe and let the universe bring me the money however it sees fit, opening all vessels, being open to receiving money in all ways, money came in. Now, at the same time, I was focused on other things, other forms of wealth, such as my writing, such as making these videos, such as talking to the ancestors and meditating in the in nature, out in the park or in the woods, or you know, and it's funny, while I was doing those things, having fun, there was the universe working behind the scenes, creating situations for me to come back to. And there I noticed that I had attracted wealth effortlessly almost. Um, because you do have to take action. A lot of people have gotten on the whole law of attraction bandwagon and they think that they could just sit around and do nothing. No, you still have to take action. It should be inspired action, but you still have to take action. And there are some times when no action is needed because if you get in there with your action, you might mess some things up. But there's one thing in this whole law of attraction, wealth attraction, uh, uh, lifestyle, magnetism, lifestyle building, create your life, co-create with the universe. This is what I think the missing ingredient is. And I wrote about it in my course, which I'm going to actually turn into books and release very soon. There is a section called How Wealth is Attracted. And in that section, I do talk about some different, very wealthy, self-made millionaires and billionaires, people like Mark Cuban and Elon Musk, and people who have, through their own creativity and through building teams and connecting with other people, they've created wealth, and how you can go about doing that on your own terms. Now, this is not about the latest app that you need to build, or the email blast that you need to send out to get people to send you $1, and if you get 1 million people to send you, it's none of that. This is not about uplines and downlines and get this many people in your downstream. This is all about you. And this is the one rule in the How Wealth is Attracted section of the course, and eventually will be the book, that you need not ignore. When I got away from this is when the money rained down on me, baby. Okay? And I knew it, and I got away from it, and it just, the floodgates opened up. Money, friends, everything that I needed. It's everything besides money, just everything I needed. Love, all of my own energetic flow. You have to get out of victim land. You gotta do it. Now, I know your mamas and daddies and your loved ones got you all screwed up because, when you was a baby, you cried, you made a noise, you did something that let people know you was uncomfortable, you didn't like, and they ran to you and they tried to fix it. And you said, ding. So whenever I don't like something, if I just whine about it and cry about it, then someone will come running. That ain't really how it works. I mean, I know it might seem that way, but things get worse. And you find yourself needing more and more people to come to your rescue, because eventually people stop coming to your rescue. And then, I've seen it. People, they get on this wealth roller coaster. I mean, sorry. You see where I am. Victim roller coaster, and they slide down into drug use, and they slide down into abusive relationships, and they slide down into I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, and they slide, and one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, their life is screwed up and they can't figure out why. And then, they have to turn to all sorts of measures to try and elevate themselves. Now, the thing about anybody who is going to be successful or attract wealth, or just even the lifestyle that they want, because again, I enjoy money. I enjoy the things that money does, but I recognize that it has a very limited amount of use. It's a tool that can be used for very few purposes. And I get that. And the things that I need to use money for, I use it for those things. There are other things that I need to use other tools where money won't work. And what people have a tendency to do is they try to accumulate a lot of money so they can throw money at every single thing and make it work. That's not going to work either, okay? Because money is not your savior. You are your savior. You are everything that you need, and you can't be everything you need to be successful and attract the wealth and the lifestyle that you want if you see yourself as a victim. It's not going to work. I give you an example. I don't know if y'all watch Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank. I don't really watch TV at all. If you ask me about what's going on TV, I cannot tell you because I purposely stay away from the shit, okay? But I do enjoy my Shark Tank. And one of the things that I noticed is that when people come in there with this gonna cure cancer claims, Mark Cuban is like, look, I don't want to hear it because I suspect I might be mistaken, and feel free to correct me, if I'm wrong, but I suspect that somebody came to him claiming some big things and couldn't deliver, and he got burned. And he doesn't seem to give very much voice to that incident because he doesn't see himself as a victim. He sees himself as a champion. And how he gives voice to his championship is by when somebody come in talking big stuff and they don't have nothing to back it up, he just said, no, I don't care how much money it's a billion, 10 trillion, it's a gazillion-dollar industry, and it's going to cure the world and solve world peace, and everybody going to live happily ever after. And Mark is like, look, what's the science behind it? What's the technology behind it? Have you done clinical trials. What's up? What's up? You want to know. And if you can't give him that, he's not trying to hear you. He's been down that road. He didn't like how victimhood felt. Even if it was just for a half a second, he didn't like it. And he's not going back there. And so he just got out, he got his wall up. Look, I'm a champion. You can't do me like that. And, if you don't see yourself as a champion, you're never going to see yourself as successful. If you run around crying about why you can't and why you didn't and how come and who did it and what they said about you, it's never going to happen for you. You can't have those two things live in the same place at the same time. Even if you look at the women on Shark Tank, they don't sit up there and go, "Oh, I'm a woman and I just can't." I don't know. They go, "Look, let's show these boys something." Let's do this, let's do that, and they down. They not afraid. They're not cowering in the background, and they don't have to act like men. They don't feel like they have to talk like men or be anything other than who they are to do what they have to do. They step up, they make it happen, they make it work, and it's all good. And so, to the people out there that's going, well, I really want to be rich, but I don't know. I grew up, and that look, I ain't had my daddy and my mama beat me. It's all old news. It's all old news. I know you want to ride on that, and you want people to care, and you want to use that as a crutch, and you want to continue to tell that story in the hopes that somebody will give enough of a damn and pay you back for all the wrong that's befalling you. It cannot ever happen. When something wrong happens to you, there is no payback. You just have to roll with the punches. You just got to move on. You got to learn from it, let it die, and you have to move on. Because the more you give it voice, the more you give it life, the more it lives. And it's like it's always happening because you're always in that vibration. I don't care what it is. Something happened to you, learn from it. How did I put myself in this situation? And that's what I mean when I say take responsibility. I talk about taking responsibility a lot. And people think I mean take blame. I don't mean take blame. I mean take responsibility. What did I do? How did I put myself in that situation? No one can betray you unless you betray yourself first. I had some stuff. I was dying, itching to tell somebody, and I was thinking of all of these ways that if I do it like this, if I say it like that, then they won't really know, and then that way they can't tell, my secret or steal my secret. And you know what I decided? No one can tell my secret if I don't tell my secret. Durr. So I didn't tell anybody. And it's safe. And when I'm ready to reveal it, everybody's going to be surprised. Because it's going to be one of those things like, "Oh, I didn't tell you. I just did this major, great, crazy, crazy major thing." And they're going to be like, "Why you didn't tell me? Oh my God, I didn't know." No, I don't need you to know until now. Because it's my idea. And I don't want it to get out. So I am playing it very close to the vest. And, yeah, it's a big deal. But it's my big deal. Okay? It's cooking in me. Anyway, no, 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 victim. No, 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 victim. No complaining. No storytelling about the horrible time you had and the bad relationship and the abuse you suffered. No. I don't care if you ain't never made more than $10 an hour. I don't care if you ain't never made more than minimum wage. I don't care if you ain't never had a job. You deserve to be wealthy and have the lifestyle that you want, and you can do it. I don't care if you was born outside in the back of a homeless shelter. You deserve to be wealthy, and you can have wealth. I don't give a damn if you ain't got no legs. I don't give a damn if you been called retarded and picked on and bullied all your life. And look, don't play, because people say that about people, and it does mess with their self-esteem. So I don't care if you've been called names. I don't care if you've been bullied. I don't care if you've been beat up. I don't give a damn if you ain't never had more than $10 in the bank. I don't care if you ain't never had a bank account. I don't give a shit if you grew up in the hood, in the projects, eating government cheese. I don't give a damn if you grew up in the trailer park. I don't care what happened, what went wrong, or what you perceive went wrong in your life. You deserve wealth. I don't give a shit if you ain't never had nothing to eat but bread and water. Boo, you can start eating filet mignon if you want to. Okay, if you want to. I don't care what your circumstances are. I don't care what your situation is. You can raise your vibration. You can get out of victim lane. You can get out of victimhood. I knew this girl one time who I had to tell her, look, I will stop talking to you if you do not stop acting like that. And she said, acting like what? I said, you know what I'm talking about. And she said, yeah, you're right. Okay, you got me. I've been acting like a victim. You know when you're doing it, and you know why you're doing it. You know who you're trying to manipulate. And the sad thing is, it's not going to work. It's going to send you further and further down. If you hang out with complainers and victims, let's just say you're the average of, your 6 closest friends, okay? Yeah, stop that. Stop that. It doesn't work. No one's falling for it. And the thing about it is, if you're a victim, you're going to attract predators. That's all you're going to get in life. If you feel like, oh, I'm just some damsel in distress and I'm just a black man trying to make it all that. If you see yourself as a victim, you're going to attract predators. Okay? So get ready for them because they coming. All right? And that's what's meant when they say, well, hey, listen, if you are on a certain vibration or something happened to you, you attract it. And people say, well, I didn't attract that car accident. Yeah, you did. You probably left home driving like a crazy fool, feeling victimized by somebody, angry about something, probably saying, well, I don't care because I'm in the right. And if, this happening, they going to get the ticket because they, people think like that. People be like, oh, I'm going to, make this stupid ass turn. And then if the police come, then they going to get the ticket. You know how inconvenient it is to be in a damn car accident? Why you want to take your mind there about what all is going to happen when and if the police come? Just obey the fucking traffic rules. Like, really. And if you're not going to obey the traffic rules, at least don't go all into this story in your head about what's going to happen when the cops come. Like, come on, quit it. People don't want to admit that they're creating their own reality. That's how you're doing it, with your thoughts, because you walking through the whole scenario. You got the whole scenario in your head about what's going to happen. I know a lot of y'all, I used to do it, have conversations with people that ain't there. Whole conversation, your side of the conversation. What are you creating when you do that? What are you creating when you think of yourself as a victim? What are you creating when you feel like, when you're planning for things to go wrong in your life? I'm not saying that people who have amassed wealth don't do that. Okay? I'm saying they keep that shit to a minimum. Okay? And in most cases, they have people around them that probably keep them elevated and keep them thinking at a certain vibration. Okay? Because you have to. You just have to. If you're hanging out with complainers and victims, get away from them. First of all, no, let me take that back. Don't worry about getting away from the complainers and victims. What happened to me in my situation is I completely elevated my level of thinking. Okay, I let myself know that I don't belong in that circle. And I started planning and doing things that were counter to that. And my life went in a whole direction of a whole group of victims that I was involved with very intimately, okay, whole families and groups of people. And I was standing here looking at these people and listening to them complain. And now, meanwhile, I'm sitting here trying to build systems and networks and saying, hey, let's band together, let's build this wealth, let's make this money, let's build our businesses, let's grow a network. And these people are sitting around. Every time you turn around, they got a complaint. One trying to get a man. She ain't giving a damn about, creating the life that she wanted. Maybe she was, maybe because she wanted this man. But that was her focus, was this man. She wasn't really in it to do. I'm getting all off on a tangent and I'm spilling tea. Let me just say, okay, don't worry about getting away from victims and complainers. Elevate yourself away from that, and they will naturally fall away. You won't have to. It won't be a big argument. It won't be a big thing. It won't be a big deal. And then you can go on and do what you got to do. Live your championship. Live your championship. And I'm going to leave you with this. I read this today. I don't know who the author of this saying is, but I really loved it. It was like, if you want to be responsible, keep your promises to others. If you want to be successful, keep your promises to yourself. I got to go on that note. Like I said, I got some courses online. I got some books. Check that out. Please check out the blog. I'll be making more videos for your entertainment purposes and your educational purposes. My purpose, again, thank you for allowing me to live my purpose through you. My purpose is to elevate myself and others, to leave people in a better state of mind, having a fuller sense of themselves for having been in my company. That is my promise to myself. That is my promise to the universe. I've always done that, and I always will. I've been very successful at that, and that's something that I'm very proud of. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoyed sharing these 20 minutes, 20 plus minutes with me in my sacred space. Okay? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.